Seems like all of the colonization era was just marked by like death and destruction. Was there at least like one like kind of funny episode, or is it all bad? The funniest one I know is the Darien scheme, which was an attempt by the Scottish to colonize the Darien Gap of Panama in like the late 1690s. This time, Scottish self-determination is definitely in peril, as England to the south of them is beginning to reap the benefits of their massive trading empire they've been setting up. They even share a monarch at this time, but they're not technically part of the same country. They still have their own parliament. As England profits more and more off their colonization, the Scots decide, hey, we should do that too. So the Scottish parliament creates the Company of Scotland for trading to Africa and the Indies. They sink like 20% of their current currency supply into the company as well. They land on the Darien Gap because it's really narrow in nature. Between the Atlantic and Pacific, and they think they can create some kind of like trading hub, like a proto-Panama Canal. The Spanish already have a claim on the land, but for some reason the Scottish believe that the Spanish aren't really going to care. Also, the company heard a bunch of cool pirate stories that say how nice it is. A lot of really level-headed thinking went into this. Turns out the Darien Gap is one of the least hospitable locations on Earth. It's teeming with life, so much so that it essentially pushes out anyone who tries to live there at scale, with a combination of malaria, starvation, and parasitic infection. Even to this day, it's considered largely impassable. Pan American Highway is a really good example of this. It's a stretch of road that goes from Prudhoe Bay, Alaska, all the way down to Ushuaia, Argentina. However, when you get to the border, or the Darien Gap, which is right between Panama and Colombia, you gotta put your car on a boat, take it around, and then get back in your car and keep driving. Look at the Panama Canal. That was built 200 years later with like way better technology, steam power, but even still, a ton of people died. So you can see how this is gonna go. In July of 1698, the company sends 5 ships and 1,200 people, largely convicts, to what they're calling New Caledonia. They get there in November, and they're all wearing wool, and it's still like 100 degrees.